Picture this: someone wealthy enough for the mansion, the Ferrari, the designer wardrobe. Yet they drive a decade-old sedan and live with deliberate simplicity. Most assume financial trouble or extreme frugality. They mistake restraint for failure. But what if it's not about money at all? What if it's a rare psychological profile, a radical indifference to status, almost impossible to achieve today? This isn't poverty. It is being psychologically unbuyable. Psychologists describe those who resist the chase for wealth as possessing a hyper-focused inner value system, marked by what they call low external validation needs. They do not require the world to measure their worth in possessions. If you've ever felt detached from the consumer race, this video will reveal the 3 psychological types of non-materialists. By the end, you'll see why indifference to money may be your greatest hidden strength. Wealth is one of the most commanding forces in human psychology. It shapes choices, fuels anxiety, and defines success for billions. Yet, within society exists a rare minority, those untouched by its gravity. They watch the scramble for status, the obsession with labels, the thrill of upgrades, and remain unmoved, almost bewildered by the frenzy. Their rejection of materialism is not rebellion. It is the outward reflection of an inner architecture, a value system so distinct it exposes a divide: the pursuit of status versus the pursuit of meaning. The ordinary consumer lives by a creed. Objects transmit value. Luxury equals power, safety, even evolutionary success. For most, the purchase of something expensive is a direct injection of validation. Every admiring glance reinforces the fragile equation: I buy, therefore I am seen, therefore I matter. But the non-materialist is immune. Their worth is anchored, immovable, untouched by opinion. And in that immunity lies the essence of confidence. Psychologists call this a low external validation need. Such individuals are driven not by applause, but by inner rewards, competence, autonomy, connection. Once this level of self-determination is reached, money loses its spell. It becomes a tool for security or experience, never a badge of honor. The clearest sign of this mindset is possession blindness. Imagine walking into a luxury store, staring at an object worth an annual salary, and feeling nothing. For the average consumer, the brain ignites with desire. For the non-materialist, the circuits of comparison remain silent. This is not restraint. It is indifference, and that indifference reshapes their lives. They invest not in possessions, but in 2 currencies that cannot be stolen: experience and skill. They trade the burden of upkeep, the shadow of debt, and the fear of loss for something enduring: the permanent wealth of memory, lesson, and mastery. Objects fade. Skills and experiences remain untouchable, eternal. The non-materialist plays by a different economy, an economy where the currency is time and energy. For most, life is ruled by the hedonic treadmill. The cruel truth: every purchase, no matter how dazzling, is fleeting. The thrill fades. The mansion becomes walls. The watch becomes weight. The chase begins again. But the non-materialist sees this cycle as a trap, a high-effort, low-yield prison of anxiety. They choose instead a life of frictionless existence. This is the essence of their high self-determination index. To them, every object demanding maintenance, debt, or protection is not luxury. It is a chain. A bigger house is not freedom. It is hours lost to cleaning, years lost to mortgages, endless vigilance guarding what can be taken. Every possession carries a hidden toll, the invisible cost of time. So they pursue wealth not to spend, but to reclaim. Not for objects, but for autonomy. For hours unshackled. for days lived on their own terms. This is their second freedom. And with it comes reverence for simplicity as power. Not aesthetic, but cognitive. Their minds, sensitive like the observers, recoil at clutter, excess, and noise. By stripping away possessions, they strip away fatigue. They carve out space for thought, creation, clarity. Every item removed is one less loop for the brain to manage, one less drain on energy. In simplicity, they find strength. It is no accident their philosophy echoes Japanese wisdom. Kaizen, the art of refinement. Hara Hachibu, the discipline of just enough. They are not ascetics. They are strategists. Efficiency is their creed. They know satisfaction is not born from volume, but from mastery, intimacy, elegance. To them, true luxury is clarity. True wealth is freedom. True power lies not in what they own, but in what they refuse to be owned by. The final stage of the non-materialist psychology is severance, a complete break from the transactional pact the world demands. They see what most cannot: humanity addicted to validation, mistaking luxury for worth. And when society celebrates what their mind does not register, they name it. Value dissonance, not rebellion. Awareness. Their stability is born from refusal, a refusal to trade freedom for status. They know material prestige rests on two traps: the terror of debt and the terror of wasted time. To acquire status is to inherit insecurity, obligation, and endless maintenance. Shackles. And shackles are unacceptable. So they dismantle these fears and replace them with stronger assets: autonomy and time. They know the truth. Their worth is not negotiable. It is fixed, complete, untouchable. They walk away from the game of status because they already hold the rarest treasures: unclaimed hours and a mind validated from within. Comparison cannot touch them. Expectation cannot bend them. Their simplicity is not sacrifice, it is sovereignty. It is control over the emotional battlefield of life. They have crossed into a realm beyond possessions. They have achieved psychological wealth, an empire that cannot be taxed, insured, or stolen. The one who does not care for money is not empty, but overflowing with inner wealth. Their indifference to status is the mark of a mind anchored in experience, in time, in autonomy. If this is you, know this: your wiring is armor. Your unbuyable mind is not a flaw, it is your greatest strength. You are already whole. Let money serve as a tool for freedom, never as the measure of your worth.